Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Hello. Thank you all for coming out tonight. My name is Tom. I'm the director of tonight's production and the chair of the Department of Theater and Dance. We're very excited to welcome you to, for some folks, the first performance that they've been in or seen or done in almost 2 years. So how about that for some live performance? Yes. Very exciting. Our cast is very excited to perform for you tonight. If y'all would like to join me in the ceremonial taking out of the cell phone and turning off of the things that buzz and beep and alarms that go off, and when Nana sends you her Instagram, whatever those things are, if you would oh Nana, if you would just turn those things off, that would be great. Those things that light up and distract your fellow patrons, that would be lovely. Just a couple quick housekeeping things. Please don't walk out this direction. If you need to exit, it would be better to go through the center aisle. Know that the center aisle will be used occasionally by the actors as well, so just beware of that. The show runs about 75 minutes with no intermission, straight through. I think those are all of the things. If you need, though, for some reason, the restroom, you can go here to the library. The front doors of the old front doors, the now back doors of the library, these doors are open and the restrooms are just inside should you need those. The actors will meet you out on the sidewalk just out there after the performance. We hope that you enjoy tonight's production of Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon. But, oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires like to a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow new bent in heaven, shall behold the night our solemnities.
Go, Philostrate! Stir up the Athenian youths to merriments. Awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. Turn melancholy forth to funeral. The pale companion is not for our pomp. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword and won thy love doing thee injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling.
Happy be, Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry him. Stand forth, Lysander. And, my gracious Duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by her window at moonlight sung with feigning voice verses of feigning love, and stole impression of her fantasy with trifles, gauds, conceits, nosegays, sweetmeats. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, into stubborn harshness. And, my gracious Duke, be it that she will not hear before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius, I beg the ancient law of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall either be to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid, to you your father should be as a god.
I would my father look, but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, but I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of man. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth, examine well your blood, where If you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord! Ere I will yield my virgin patent up to him, my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me. Upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazy title to my certain right.
You'll have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander! True, he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his, my fortunes every way as fairly ranked, and, which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Neater's daughter, Helena, and won her soul, and she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard so much, and to Demetrius thought to spoke thereof, but being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come, and come, Aegeus, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both.
And you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up to death or to a vow of single life.
Come, my Hippolyta! What cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, go along.
With duty and desire, we follow you.
For often I could ever read, ever hear by tale or history. The course of true love never did run smooth. But either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross! Too high to be enthralled, too low?
or else misgrafted in respective years,
Oh, spite! Too old to be engaged, too young!
or else it stood upon the choice of friends.
Oh, hell! To choose love by another's eyes?
I have a widow aunt, a dowager. From Athens her house is remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee. And to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, there I will stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee, by Cupid's strongest bow, by the simplicity of Venus' doves, by all the vows that ever men have broke, and number more than ever women spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me. Tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you be fair? That fair again, I'd say. Demetrius loves your fair. Hope, happy fair. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns could teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affections move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, at a time when lovers' flights doth still conceal, through Athens' gates we have devised to steal.
And in the wood, where often you and I, upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet. There my Lysander and myself shall meet. And thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee, thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander.
Helen, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or some others can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she, but what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eye, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight, then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have a sight thither and back again.
Here is the scroll of every man's name which is thought fit through all Athens to play an hour interlude before the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Master, strike yourselves.
Enter as I call you. Igbottle the Weaver.
Ready!
You
name what part I am.
You are sent down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus, a lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
This will have some tears in the true performing of it. If I do, let your audience look to their eyes. I will move a storm. The raging rocks and shivering salts shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' call shall shine from afar and make and mar. This was lofty.
Here, Peter Quince. Luke, let's take Thisbe on you. What is Thisbe? A wandering knight? It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay! Faith let not me play a woman.
For I have a beard coming.
Ah, that's the one.
You shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I will speak in a monstrous little voice. Now!
You must play Pyramus and flute. You Proceed. Robin Starling and Taylor.
Here.
You play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout the Tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus' father, myself, Thisbe's father, not the joiner.
Huh?
You, the lion. I hope, here, to play things.
Have you the lion's part written? Right, you. Give it me, for I am.
May do it extempore, for it is nothing but glory.
Let me play the lion. Roar! That it will do any man aught good to hear me.
And you should do it too terribly. Then you would fright the ladies, and they would shriek. That were enough to hang us all.
But I will aggravate my Well, now, hearing your parts, I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to con them by tomorrow night and meet me in the palace wood, a mile without by moon. In the meantime, I will draw up a bill of property such as our play was. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and we will rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains! Be perfect. Adieu.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell in wrath, because she as her attendant hath a lovely boy stolen from a foreign king. She never had so sweet a changeling. And jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train to trace the forest wild, but she perverse withholds the boy, crowns him with flowers, makes him all her joy.
Either I mistake your shape in making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are not you he that frights the maidens of the villagery? Those that hobgoblin call you or sweet puck, you do their work and they shall have good luck. Are not you he?
Thou speakest right. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile, while I in idle gossip do beguile, and on her withered dewlap spill her ale. The saddest aunt telling the saddest tale, when sometime 3-foot stool mistaketh me, then slip I from her bum, down topple she! But room fairy, here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress. Would that he were gone. Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What, jealous Oberon? Fairy, skip hence, I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton! Am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But why art thou here, come from the farthest steep of India? That, forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buskinned mistress and warrior love to Theseus must be wedded. And you come to give their bed joy and prosperity?
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania? Glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus!
These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never, since midsummer spring met we, on hill, in dale, forest, or mead, but with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport, and through this distemperature we see the seasons altering. The spring, the summer, the childling autumn, angry winter change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world by their increase now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and originals.
Do you amend it then? What lies in you? Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order. Full often hath she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, her womb then rich with my young squire. But she being mortal of that boy did die. And for her sake do I rear up her boy. And for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away. We shall chide down right if I longer stay.
Ah! Well, go thy way! Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck. Once, when blind Cupid loosed his love shaft from his bow, I watched it fly and fall upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and maidens call it love and idleness. The juice of it, on sleeping eyelids laid, will make or man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. Ha ha! And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and I shall overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen unto this wood, and here I am, wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no longer.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, and yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not, in plainest truth, tell you that I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that, do I love you more. I am your spaniel, Demetrius, and use me as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you.
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not. To trust the ill opportunity of night, the counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company, for you, in my respect, are all the world. Then how can it be said that I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes and leave thee to the mercy of the wild beasts. And if thou followest me, do not believe that I shall do thee mischief in the woods.
Aye, in the temple, in the town, the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius, your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee and make a heaven of hell to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there?
Aye, there it is.
Now sleeps Titania some time of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. And with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take some of it, and seek thou through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. effected with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord. Your servant shall do so.
Come now, a roundel and a fairy song. Then to your offices and let me rest.
Stars shine bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me. While I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. When thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood. And, to speak troth, I have forgot our way. Will rest us, Hermia, if you think it good and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I, upon this bank, will rest my head.
One Turk shall serve as pillow for us both. One hearth, one bed, and one trunk.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear. Lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Take the scent, sweet of my innocence. Love finds its meaning in love's conference. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms and a single troth.
Nay, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. Such separation, as may well be said, becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter, till thy sweet life end.
Amen. Amen to that fair prayer, say I, and then end life, when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none. Night and silence, who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he whom my master said despised the Athenian maid.
And here's the maiden, sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground.
Churl upon thy eyes I throw, with all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid, in his seat on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay! Though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius!
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus!
I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears. If so, mine are oftener washed than hers. But who is here? Lysander on the ground? Dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander. Say not so. What though he loves your Hermia? Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you. And be content.
Content? With Hermia? No. I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent, not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who would not change a raven for a dove?
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough? Is it not enough, young man, that I did never, no, nor never can, deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye, but you must flout my insufficiency? Good troth, you do me wrong, good sooth you do, in such disdainful manner me to woo. Oh, that a lady of one man refused, of another therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia sleep thou there, and never mayst come Lysander near. And here, with all my power, address your loving might to honor Helen, and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander, help me! Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast! Ay, me, for pity! What a dream was here! Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves! I swoon almost in fear. No? Then I well perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you, I will find immediately. You know you need unique New York. You know you need unique New York. Are we all met? Pat. And here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal.
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw his sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit! Write me a prologue, and let that prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed, and that I am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, it shall be so.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Therefore we must have another prologue to tell that he is not a lion.
And there, let him name his name and tell them plainly that he is Snug, the joiner.
Well, it shall be so, but there is two hard things. That is, to bring the moonlight into a chamber. For Pyramus and Thisbe says the story did meet by moonlight.
Well, doth the moon shine the night we play our play?
A calendar! A calendar! Look in the almanac. Find out moonshine. Find out moonshine.
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Why then, may you leave a casement in the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at that casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with a lantern and say he comes to present the person of moonshine. Then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber. For Pyramus and Thisbe says the story did talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present war and hold his fingers thus, and through this cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down and rehearse your part.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggered here so near the cradle of the fairy queen? A play? I'll be an actor too, perhaps.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savor sweet.
Odors! Odors!
Thisbe, the flowers of odors savor sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark! A voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, Mary, must you? For you must understand, he goes but to see a noise that he heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily-white of hue, most brisky juvenile, and eek, most lovely too. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninus tomb, man. Why, you must not speak that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is passed. It is most lovely too.
Oh, most brisky juvenile, and eek, most lovely too.
If I were fair, let it be. I were only.
Oh, monsters! Oh, strange we are haunted! Pray, master, fly, master, now! Come thou, bless thee, body, bless thee! Thou art translated!
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place. I will walk up and down, and I will sing, so that they shall hear that I am not afraid. When the night, everybody now, has come, and the land is gone, and the moon.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed? I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note. So is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair force perforce doth move me on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Oh, mistress, methinks you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful. Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt stay here where thou wilt or no, for I do love thee. Therefore, go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and I will purge thy mortal grossness so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom!
Ready?
Cobweb!
Here.
Moth!
Yes, Your Majesty.
And mustard seed!
Toodles.
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Come, wait upon him. Lead him to my bower, and let us celebrate this happy hour.
Him they do spy, and after sight away his fellows fly. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. Within that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass!
This falls out better than I could devise.
But hast thou yet latched the Athenians' eyes with the love juice, as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side. So when he wakes, of course she must be eyed.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This be the woman, but not this the man. I rebuke you him that loves you so.
Now I'm a child, but I should use thee worse. For thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'er shoes in blood, plunge in the deep, and kill me too! Cannot be that thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim!
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced to the heart by the stern cruelty.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou drives me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Thenceforth be never numbered among men!
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I'm not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well!
And if I could, what would I get there for?
A privilege never to see me more, and from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, where he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here therefore a while I shall remain.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite and laid the love juice on some true love sight! About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. By some illusion see thou bring her here. Thou charm his eyes before she does appear.
I go, see how I go? Swifter than an arrow from blind Cupid's bow.
Flower of his purple dye, when his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be.
Stand aside. The noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
How can you sing to me, seen scorn?
Bearing the badge of faith to prove them true.
You do advance your cunning more and more. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her or?
I had no judgment into her, I swore.
Or none in my mind. Now you give her or.
Oh, Helen, goddess, what I love, I can bear thine eyes. Crystal is muddy, cold and slip, how I can show. Just a cherry, tempting grow.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you all are bent to set against me for your merriment. Can you not hate me, as I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too? If you were men as when you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so, to vow and swear and super praise my parts when I am sure you hate me with your hearts.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so. For you love Hermia, this you know. I am here, with all goodwill, with all my heart. In Hermia's love, I yield you up my part. And yours of Helen, to me bequeath, for I do love her, and will till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest-wise sojourned. Now to Helen, it is home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou buy it dear.
Oh, me!
Look where thy love comes. Yonder is thy dear.
Thou art not by mine eyne, Lysander found. Mine ear, I thank it, brought me to thy sound. But why, unkindly, didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay whom love doth press to go? Fair Helen, who more in guilt tonight than all yon fiery oaths and eyes of light.
You speak not as you think, it cannot be.
Whoa! She is one of the Confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false word in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, is all the counsel that we shared forgot? All school days friendship, childhood innocence? And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? Her sex as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not said Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love Demetrius to call me goddess, nymph, divine, and rare?
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do. Persever, counterfeit sad looks, make malice upon me when I turn my back. But very well. It's partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay! Fair Helena, hear my excuse and my love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent! Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Helen, I love thee. By my life, I swear by that which I will lose for thee to prove him false that says I love thee not.
And I say, I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too. Quick, come!
Lysander! We're 2 tens all this.
Away, you Hermia. Vile thing, let loose!
Why have you grown so rude? What shame is this?
Oh, loathed medicine! Oh, hated potion! Hence!
Do you not jest?
Yes, Booth, and so do you.
Am not I Hermia? Or not you, Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Why then you left me, oh the gods forbid! In earnest shall I say?
I, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more, be certain. Nothing truer, 'tis no jest that I do. Hate thee, and love Helena.
Oh.
You juggler! You canker blossom! You thief of love! What? Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
By the faith! Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? By you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet! Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her height prevailed with him. And are you so high in this esteem because I am so little and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low, but then my nails can reach unto thine eyes! I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me!
You perhaps may think, because she's something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower? Hark again!
Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Say that in love unto Demetrius, I told him of your stealth unto this wood. Yeah! He followed you. For love, I followed him. And now, so you'll let me quiet go to Athens, will I bear my folly back and follow you no further. You see how simple and how fond I am? Just let me go!
Why get you gone? Who is that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What? With Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Be not afraid. She shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not. Don't you take her part?
Oh, when she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Again! Nothing but low and little! Why will you suffer her to flout me thus?
Nay! Get you gone. You minimus. You scum. You feed you. You acorn.
You are too officious. In her behalf that scorns your services so. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena.
Nay. Follow if thou wilt. To try who's right, of thine or mine, is most in Helena.
Follow? Nay. I'll go with thee cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you, I, nor longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands and mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away!
I am amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else commits thy knavery groveling.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the Athenian man by the garments he had on?
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hie, therefore, Robin, overcast the night, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another's way. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eyes, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error with his might, and to make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. They next wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. They will Titania's charmed eye release from monster's view, and all things shall be peace.
Up and down, up and down. I will lead them. He goes before me, yet still dares me on. When I come, he calls, and he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I followed fast. Faster did he fly. Fallen I am in dark, uneven way. Here shall rest me for the break of day.
He runs before me, shifting every place, but does not stand, nor look me in the face. Nay, then he mocks me. He shall buy this dear, if e'er again I, his face come near. I will rest me out on this cold bed, till day's approach, look to be visited.
Oh, weary night. Oh, long and tedious night. The days thy hours. Shine, comfort from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight, from these that my poor company detest. and sleep. It sometimes shuts up sorrow's eyes. Steal me a while for mine own company.
Get the 3? And one more. 2 of both kinds makes 4. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe. Bedabbled with the dew, torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Heaven shield Lysander if they meet a fray!
When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill, all shall be well.
Come, sit thee down upon the flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss, mwah, mwah, thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peace Blossom?
Ready?
Scratch my head, Peace Blossom. Where's Monsieur Cobweb? Monsieur Cobweb, kill me a red-hipped humblebee. And good monsieur, bring me the honey bag. And good monsieur, have a care the honey bag break not. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Toodles.
Help Monsieur Peas Blossom scratch. I must to a barber's, monsieur. For methinks I am marvelous hairy about the face. And I am such a tender ass if my hair do but tickle, I must scratch.
What? Wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love? Or say, sweet love, wilt thou desire to eat?
Truly, a peck of provender. I could munch some of your good dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire to a bottle of hay. But I pray you, let none of your people stir me, for I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies be gone, and be always away. Oh, how I dote on thee. Oh, how I love thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? The dotage now I do begin to pity. For meeting her of late behind the woods, seeking sweet favors for this hateful fool, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. When I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience, I then did ask of her changeling child, which straight she gave me. Her fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland, and now I have the boy. Will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And, gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this English man. But first, I will release the fairy book. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off this head. Now thou and I are new in amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance into Theseus' house triumphantly. Blessed to all fair prosperity.
Fairy King, attended Mark. I do hear the morning lark.
Come, my lord, and in our flight tell me how it came this night that I sleeping here was found with these mortals on the ground. Confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction. But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep. And this is Lysander. This Demetrius is. This is Helena. Old Neater's Helena. I wonder if they're being here together.
No doubt. They rose up early to observe the rites of May, and hearing our intent came here in grace of our solemnity. But speak, Aegeus, is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Good morrow, friends! St. Valentine has passed. Begin these woodbirds but to couple now. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world?
My lord, I shall reply, amazing, half asleep, half waking, but as yet, I swear, I cannot truly say how I came here. But I think, for truly what I speak, I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might, without peril of the Athenian law.
Enough! Enough. My lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away. They would have, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you.
My lord, fair Helena told me of their stealth. This their purpose hither to the woods. I and Fury hither followed them. Fair Helena on fancy following me.
My lord, I know not by what power my love to Hermia melted as the snow. Now the object, the pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena. Was I betrothed to her ere I saw Hermia? Now I do wish her, love her, long for her, and forevermore be true to her.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Aegeus, I will overbear your will. And in the temple by and by with us, these couples shall eternally be knit. Away with us to Athens! 3 and 3 will hold a feast in great solemnity.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye, where everything seems double.
So methinks. And I have found Demetrius, like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
Are we asleep? It seems that yet we dream. Do not you think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us follow to the temple.
Why, then we are awake. Let us follow, and by the way, let us recount our dreams.
Peter Quint? Salute? Out! Starling! Oh, it's my life. Stolen hence and left me here asleep. I have had a most rare vision.
I have had a dream past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was, as no man can tell. And methought I had. But man is but a patched fool if he will offer to say what methought I had. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream, and it shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Is he home yet?
He cannot be heard of.
If he come not, then the play is marred. It goes not forward. Stop it. It is not possible. You have not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus, but he.
Masters! The Duke is coming from the temple. There are 2 or 3. Ladies were married. If our sport had been marred, we had all been made men.
Where are these lads? Where are all these hearts? Oh, most courageous day, almost had the hour. Masters, I have seen discourse to match wonders. I will tell thee everything right this fell out. Tell us here, sweet one. Not a word of me. All I will tell you is that the Duke hath died. Get your pal together. Meet presently at the palace. Every man look o'er his part. For the short and the long is, our play is preferred. No more words. Away, go away.
Tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables nor these fairy toys. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact.
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancy's images, and grows to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Oh, here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where's our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Where's Philostrate? Here. A tedious, brief scene, the young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Merry tragical mirth. Merry and tragical? Tedious and brief. How shall we find concord in this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which I've known play, but by 10 words, my lord, it is too long. For there is not one word apt, one player fitted, and tragical, my noble lord, it is. For Pyramus therein doth kill himself. When I saw rehearsed, I must confess, did make mine eyes water. But more merry tears. While laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-headed men that work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds. Now have foiled their unbriefed memories with this same play. That's enough fool.
And we will hear it.
No, my lord, for there's nothing in this world, unless you can find swords in their intent, extremely stretched and cons of cruel pain to do service.
We will hear that play. For never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, bring them in, and take your places all. The kinder we to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake.
So please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show. But wonder on, till truth make all things known.
In this interlude it doth befall that I, one Snout by name, present a wall. And such a wall I would have you think had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did whisper often.
Oh, grim look night! Oh, night with hue so black! Oh, night! Which ever aught when day is not. Oh, night, alack, alack, alack! I fear all Thisbe's promise is forgot. And now, oh wall, oh sweet and lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine. Thou wall, oh sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall, Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No, Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
Oh, wall, full often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with wine and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can see my lover's face.
Pyramus, my love, thou art my love. I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's. Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Will you meet me at Finney's tomb straightway?
Ninus! Tight life, tight death, I come without delay.
And while my part discharge it so, thus wall away doth go.
For know that I, Snug the joiner, am no lion foal, nor no lion dam. For if a lion should come in strife into this place, 'twere pretty on my life.
This lantern doth the horned moon present. Myself, the man in the moon, do seem to be.
This is old Ninny's tomb. Ninus! Where is my love?
Oh! Roar! Eek!
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beam, for by thy gracious golden glittering gleams. What dreadful dole is here? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear! Thy mantle's good, what? Stained with blood. Come tears, confound! Out, sword! Sword! And well! The purple Pyramus! Thus die I, thus! Now am I dead? Now am I fled? Tongue, lose thy light, moon! Take thy flight! My soul is in the sky. Now.
Asleep? Wait, dead, my dove. Tongue not a word. Come, trusty sword. Come, blade my breast in brew. Adieu. Adieu. Adieu.
Will it please you to see the epilogue?
No epilogue! I pray you. For your play needs no excuse. It was truly very notably discharged. In nightly revels and new jollity.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended. That you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding than a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I'm an honest puck, if we have an earned luck now to escape the serpent's tongue, we'll make amends ere long. Let's